Welcome back to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Coming soon, Harry Potter.
Right, this is the podcast where Berkan and I go watch a blockbuster movie in theaters.
Yes, and then immediately come to the car to talk about it, break it down, have all the fun conversations that you typically have with your best friends after you watch a movie.
Right, so welcome to the Drive-In.
Yeah, but this time we didn't go see a movie.
No, this time we're going to be talking about up-and-coming stuff.
Up-and-coming things, just having fun conversation. Sometimes we don't have time to actually go watch something, and sometimes there's just not really anything out that we want to see.
Oh, but you know what's something new did come out that we saw recently that we can talk about? Invincible.
Oh,
Invincible
you're right.
Season 4 is happening right now.
Yes. Invincible Season 4 is happening. Yeah. We're about to get the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Right, we did get the Harry Potter trailer.
They did drop a Harry Potter trailer.
So there is some new stuff out there that we have seen that we're going to break down for you, but there's no movie this week.
All right, do you want to start with Invincible?
Sure, why not? So
all right.
Last week I hadn't started season 4 yet. It had come out right before we started filming. I was watching One Piece, didn't have the time, but now I'm caught up.
Yeah.
First four episodes of season 4.
Halfway through season 4.
I know, and all I can say is that I can't wait for episode 5.
Yeah. Was that like such like a when Omni-Man and Alan come back down and Mark's like,
and they don't even land. They're just hovering there. They're like, Mark, it's time for war. Like,
Let's go.
No. Hey, what's up, son? Sorry for killing a million people last time I was here.
Well, they'd seen each other since.
Yeah, but he wasn't on Earth when they last saw each other.
That's true.
This is first time returning to Earth since destroying Chicago.
Yes, that is true. Omni-Man is obviously a little bit hesitant about the idea of coming back to Earth, but he's been on an apology tour this season so far.
Yeah. Is there possible redemption for Omni-Man? Because after season 1, you think there's nothing this guy can do. He massacred an entire city. But if he saves the planet and he realizes that he actually has human emotions and cares for his family and wants to protect them, is that redemption? Is that atoning for your sins?
Do you want Omni-Man to be redeemed?
I don't know. Well, it's not necessarily what I want, I think.
Why? You're the fan, you're watching. Do you want to see Omni-Man be redeemed?
Right now I don't want what's best for Omni-Man, but I'm along for the ride. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're intrigued to see if he can.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that I'm like, oh man, he's not a bad guy. Give him a chance. You know, I'm like, he brutally murdered a ton of people with zero remorse. The only time he showed remorse was when his son, his own flesh and blood, was like, hey, you're hurting my feelings. And then he was like, oh no. But when he was destroying an entire subway full of civilians, he didn't care.
But did you catch that the way he was beating Mark in that first season of Invincible is the same way his mother was beating him? But this time he stopped. They were literally like, if you put them together, shout out Straw Hat Goofy, man. I saw his TikTok on this. It blew my mind. If you put them together, it's the exact same fight sequence, but he stops.
I didn't realize it was the exact same fight sequence, but I did realize the theme, the parallel between the fact that parents regularly beat their children on Viltrum. And so to Omni-Man, he wasn't doing anything out of the normal. And in fact, it shows you the divide between him and the rest of the Viltrumites going back to season 1. I mean, the first time he punched Mark and he actually went, I'm sorry. He apologized. And because Mark was like, that hurt, Dad. And he was like, yeah, sorry. And the other Viltrumites don't do that.
Well, something I thought was interesting was Omni-Man's dad did stop his wife.
Yes.
So they've always had it in them to be good.
Omni-Man's dad was the softer of the two, visibly. But even so, Omni-Man's dad was beating the shit out of him still.
Man, I gotta tell you, Viltrumite women, they don't play.
No.
They do not play. They are baddies in every way, every sense of the form.
Oh, you're into that stuff?
I'm not saying I'm into it. I'm just saying they are baddies in every way.
A bit toxic, honestly.
Why is it toxic? No, I'm just telling you the truth.
They're abusive.
I didn't say I was into it.
You called them baddies.
They are baddies, but I wouldn't say I'd date one.
Okay.
I don't approve of what they do.
I think you're kind of into it.
Nope, I'm not into it. I'm definitely not into it. I'm just gonna put that right there. I'm not into it.
He said,
I'm not retracting. I'm just saying they're bad. They're actually bad.
He's like, yeah, it is hot.
They're actually mean.
Shouldn't do that.
They're actually mean. That's what I mean. Gotcha. I don't mean baddie as in just a baddie I want her. I mean baddie as in she's a baddie. She will
as in the British term. Who's the baddie in this one?
Yeah.
Who's the baddie in this movie?
Yeah.
They don't say the bad guy, they say the baddie.
The baddie. Yeah.
We use that term a little differently over here in the States, Berkan.
What did you think of episode 4, Damien Darkblood?
I'm glad that we finally got the backstory for Damien Darkblood, that we got the lore, because he, to me, was the most intriguing character that we didn't know anything about. It was this whole... His very presence confirmed the existence of an underworld, and we never really delved into what that meant until now. And so I'm glad that we finally understand what's going on with that.
I didn't like the episode that much, to be honest. It was just fine.
I thought it was also just fine, but I'm glad that we got some closure on it still.
Yeah, I think like for me, because I've read the Invincible comics so many times. I actually think because I knew that this like storyline really means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard for me to focus throughout the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, it's like when you're watching filler, you don't really know you're watching filler until it's done. But like going in knowing it's going to be filler, it's just like, it was hard for me to get into.
Yeah. I do think though that happens sometimes in this show, is they'll have like a random one-off villain, and then there'll be like a bit of canon in there at the very end.
Yeah.
Invincible actually does that really well, is that they'll end their episodes on a cliffhanger pretty much every time, so that you can't wait to watch the next episode.
Yeah, I love the
Every
little credits in silence, and then 2 seconds later, credit scene.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
The immediate after credit scene.
Yeah.
And even episode 3 did that with the pregnancy reveal.
That's true.
With Adam Eve.
That's true. What do you think? What do you think of Adam Eve being pregnant?
Dude, there's some, these Viltrumites are just popping up out of nowhere. They're breeding like rabbits. Are you kidding? Ollie is already like a teenager. He's already like 13.
Oliver, yeah.
What'd I say?
Ollie.
Well, yeah.
No, just saying. I was just affirming you.
Yeah. I mean, they keep making more of them. You know, we found out that Nolan's entire mission was to just bang his way across the galaxy, as Alan put it.
Yeah.
You know?
That is the Viltrumite code.
I know.
What do you have any theories about Invincible going forward?
Gosh, no theories right now, but I did really like the entire Nolan backstory.
Right.
I'm glad that we finally know what Omni-Man's whole deal is and what happened to the Viltrumites. Why there's only 50 of them left.
Yeah.
You know?
Why do you think Omni-Man survived?
Why do is there something in his genes maybe that like let him survive the virus?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm trying to be part of this conversation without actually knowing everything.
I feel like you're kind of trying to lead me down a path.
No, I'm just asking. I just want to know your thoughts.
I kind of just thought it was chance that, you know, out of billions of people, a couple of them were going to survive the virus. Why wouldn't it be? No, it was going to be somebody. I didn't think that there's anything necessarily special about him.
You know, I actually don't remember. I was just hoping you saying something might spark something in my brain, but I got nothing.
Okay.
Speaking of me having nothing, some people have been questioning whether or not we actually know our invincible ball.
I know.
And I took that personally. So do you wanna give me a little invincible test?
Let's
test my knowledge.
You tested me last time on invincible knowledge, so this time let's put you to the test. Okay.
Bang.
I have some questions here for you about the Invincible TV show. And we'll see how many you get right.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see here.
I know ball. Just so we're clear, I know ball.
What powerful warrior nearly kills Invincible during a
Battle
fight
Beast.
arranged by Machine Head?
Not Battle Beast.
It was
Battle Beast.
but
Okay,
you didn't let me finish the
because
question.
I know ball.
Okay. What are the names of the blue-skinned clone villains?
The Muller twins.
Yes. I already answered this earlier, but what city is devastated during Omni-Man? Okay. This is gonna take 2 seconds. This is gonna be a 30-second.
Never question my ball knowledge again.
What species is Alan the alien? I thought you had ball knowledge. What species?
A euphorian? A
Nope.
utopian?
Close.
A European?
Very close.
A Eulipian?
Unopin.
Unopin.
Unopin. So close, dude.
I had it.
Okay. Which character can duplicate herself?
Duplicate.
Yes. Okay. I kind of said it in the question.
You kind of did.
All right. Well, that's really all the questions I had for you, bro.
Bang. I know ball. Never judge me. Never question my abilities again.
You missed one question, but you were close.
Yeah, just because we didn't fantasy draft other Viltrumites doesn't mean we don't know what we're talking about.
And
we're not cop-outs.
We said specifically, we knew that Thrag was a character, but we haven't seen him fight in the show yet. Everyone was like, why didn't you pick Thrag? We said specifically we're only going through season 4.
I know, and then also, like, people are like...
I mean, sorry, we said specifically we were only going through season 3.
But also, like, people were like, oh, you didn't... The other Viltrumites. Do you know how lame that would be if we only drafted Viltrumites?
Literally, both of our drafts were just the Viltrumites that we've seen on screen.
That'd be stupid. That'd genuinely be the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we
showed them.
We would literally be doing the fight that they already screened on the Bug Planet. Like,
yeah,
we would just be recreating that fight.
Yeah, it'd be stupid. I liked our fancy draft pick. I still think I won.
I liked them too. I thought they were I thought that fight between our teams would actually be interesting.
I agree. We're gonna do another fancy draft later on in this episode.
Right.
But do you have any other thoughts on Invincible that you want to talk about?
Let me think. I kind of got sidetracked there for a second.
What do you think of the theme? Okay, so I think one of the clear messages of Invincible is that it's all about the decisions you make and the consequences of your action. Invincible is a prime example of the butterfly effect in effect. What do you think of that? Like, are you catching on to that theme?
Yes, absolutely. From season 1, I mean, you kind of think that it's going to be just your run-of-the-mill TV show where the good guys always win. Nobody ever gets hurt, really. But the Guardians of the Globe, first of all, get slaughtered. But then when Mark becomes a superhero, one of his first missions that he's on, an old woman accidentally dies in his arms.
Yeah.
You know? And you realize, you realize quick that minor mistakes actually have huge consequences.
Superhero media always makes you wishing you were a superhero. Like, every time I watch Spider-Man, I'm like, man, I wish I was Spider-Man. But Invincible's like, you know what? I'm kind of glad I'm not a superhero. Because they get the crap beat out of them constantly.
And even not the superheroes, but even just like their managers, like Cecil has constantly, he's like weighing with the consequences of his decisions. Everything that he decides every day has huge implications on the entire planet. He has to worry about keeping the planet alive every single day. Yeah. And it's close.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, I think, like, that grounded level of Invincible and that kind of in-depth storytelling is why Invincible is the greatest comic run, comic media out there. And it's why what's to come in Invincible is so emotionally deep and unpredictable. Like, you have absolutely no idea.
What do you think about Invincible's costume?
The blue and black, or like his original?
Yeah,
like,
both. What do you think?
I think they're fine.
Both of them are just fine?
They're fine. I mean, they're cool. The blue-yellow is always kind of like weird. I personally like the blue-black better.
Yellow. Okay.
The yellow, like, it pops. But like, he just kind of looks like a bug. And I don't understand why he looks like a bug.
I kind of liked the yellow more. Maybe it was just because the first one I got attached to it.
Yeah.
And so
the yellow's definitely better.
When they switched to the black, I thought you just said that you like the black and blue.
I mean, I think I personally like the blue and black better, but I do like the original.
I'm glad that they switched back to the yellow. When they brought back the yellow, I really appreciated it, and I'm glad that it had symbolic meaning too. That it was like, hey, when you were wearing this costume, you were just a kid trying to figure it out. Guess what? You're still that guy. You don't know everything. You know, you're still trying to find your identity.
I will say, I don't think the show is really nailing the symbolism of that.
Okay, what do you mean?
I think like the blue-black suit is supposed to represent a really dark time in Invincible's life. But like, I think that just kind of gets, and you'll see as we go through, I think that just kind of gets lost and jumbled. And I don't really think in the series it's really much of a thought anyway. I don't know how to explain that without spoiling it, so I'm just not going to continue that thought.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, some crazy stuff is to come.
Gotcha. What do you think of the whole virus situation?
I think it is funny how similar everything is to The Boys. That's all I kept thinking about was like this very like the Invincible storyline and the Boys storyline really kind of lines up in some interesting ways because of like the virus aspects. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of having trouble separating my thoughts on the show and my thoughts on like the comics.
Yeah.
And so so it's kind of a hard thing to explain. I think it's very logical and an interesting threat to have in your back pocket.
Oh, definitely. And to me, it was so fascinating that this seemingly indestructible, invincible species of aliens was taken down so quickly. And
it's kryptonite.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, look, Invincible was made to be the Superman parallel. So like, of course, they're going to introduce like a kryptonite type thing to the story. It's way more effective than kryptonite.
Yeah, way more. I mean, they made a ring around their planet of all of the bodies.
Yeah.
It was, and also for these characters, this species that we've been looking at as, again, invincible, almost indestructible, to be taken down not just quickly, but almost entirely with zero loss of life on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't fighting other people. It was, they sent one little asteroid in and it almost completely wiped out the entire species. It was like, oh, these guys are so vulnerable. We thought that they couldn't be killed. Turns out it's actually pretty easy to kill them if you know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
What?
Okay, let's do the classic Invincible characters versus Superman game. Okay? Yes or no? Could Invincible beat Superman?
At this point, I'm starting to think he could.
I think he can't still.
Okay. Why is that?
Invincible's not, I don't think, all the way put together yet.
I guess it also kind of depends which version of Superman you're talking about.
Peak
too.
Superman versus current state Invincible.
No. Okay, yeah, Superman wins.
Okay,
for sure.
peak Superman versus Omni-Man.
I still think peak Superman, if you're talking about like comic book peak Superman, they go to some crazy levels in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think he's basically a god at peak level in the comic books.
Do you think Superman...
Now, if you're talking about the David Cornsweet, the 2025 Superman version, that's when it starts getting closer between him and Invincible and him and Omni-Man.
I think Omni-Man beats
David
Cornsweet
Superman.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Invincible and David Cornsweet, I think, are pretty much neck and
They're
neck.
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
But except that Superman actually has some extra powers on Invincible. He's got laser vision and he's got frost breath.
That's true.
So he's like, actually, you might have to give it to Superman versus Invincible.
Do you think Conquest could beat Superman?
Again, which
peak Superman. Peak
Superman in the comics, basically a god beats everybody. Period.
I think Thrag could potentially beat Superman.
I haven't seen Thrag fight yet.
That's fair. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. I think Thrag could beat Superman, but peak Superman probably would go to Superman, but I do think Thrag has a chance.
Okay. I think we might have a difference of like perception on what peak Superman means.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about like, I think there's like, we might have to Google it, but I think there's a version of Superman that basically gets thrown into the sun where he gets his powers from and he comes out a god that can blow up planets on a whim, you know?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z style.
No one's beating that version of Superman. No one's gonna beat that version of Superman.
That's what I'm saying. So I think we have to be specific.
But I do think this argument is closer than people I think give it credit for.
Okay.
But I just want to throw that out there.
Interesting.
For sure. All right. Do we have any more thoughts on Invincible, or are we ready to?
No, I think we should move on now to
Harry Potter.
Sure.
I
just watched the trailer for the first time before recording this episode.
And what did you think?
You know, it looks cute. I'll say that.
The actors are very cute.
The child actor. I really liked the scene between Ron and Harry on the train.
Yeah.
It seemed very genuinely childish. Versus, watching the original cast do it felt very scripted.
Yeah, no, they're capturing like a level of joy and whimsy in Hogwarts that I think is really magical, and it's exactly what this era of Hogwarts and Harry Potter should be.
Right.
My problem with the Harry Potter trailer is that there's two things that kind of stick out to me. I'm not sold on Hagrid.
Me neither.
I like the actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Nick Frost. I'm not sold on his voice. I just think I really need the heavy accent for Hagrid. And Hagrid's a little bit too easy to understand.
He seems almost a little bit too put together.
A little bit.
For a guy who lives in the Forbidden Woods.
Forbidden Forest.
Forbidden Forest, sorry. I wasn't a huge Potterhead.
Yeah.
I saw the movies, but
yeah. Versus me, I'm big Potterhead.
Huge.
But also the only other thing that kind of like made me pause, could they have not casted a kid to play Harry that didn't look so much like Daniel Radcliffe?
Wasn't the point that Daniel Radcliffe already looked so much like the drawing of Harry Potter from the cover of the books?
He does, but now I see this kid and I'm like, it's like looking at Daniel Radcliffe all those years ago.
I don't totally mind.
To me, the problem with it is that that's what makes the trailer kind of feel AI generated to me.
There were moments where I was watching it and I said to you, is this AI generated?
Yeah. I do think the trailer, like, overall, like, it looks really good. Like, I think it's going to be a great series or great season. But But yeah, it's just one of those things where like it's so Harry Potter, like the original IP is still everywhere.
It's hard to not compare it to the original.
It's
hard to see a character and go, wait, you're not the original Professor McGonagall.
yeah. Or like you're not the original, like the Dumbledore does look like the original Dumbledore. Like the
Right.
original Dumbledore.
And he got recast.
Which hopefully is not going to be the case for this time.
Speaking of which, real quick, what did you think of the recasting of William in Invincible?
The voice?
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I knew they recasted him, but
okay. I didn't know, and it always bothers me when people get recasted, and I know there's like sometimes there's no way around it, but it all immediately drags me out of it.
Yeah, William didn't really bother me too much,
okay,
to be honest.
It kind of I couldn't attach that voice to that character. It felt like a new character to me.
And
I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Anyway, back to Harry Potter.
But no, I think the Harry Potter series has the potential to be better than the movies.
Nice.
And it's weird to say because like when it's all said and done, like this current cast of Harry Potter will have spent more time as these characters than the originals have.
Really? How long did the original spend? Because it was 8 movies.
Right, 8 movies versus 8 series. Like, okay, when
8 seasons.
Or 8 seasons. When the Harry Potter show is done, they would have had half the amount of screen time the original cast has had already after one season.
What? Oh, screen time. But when you're saying they're spending more time with the characters, I'm thinking that you're talking about in their life.
No.
Between the ages of 10 and 18 or whatever, they're gonna end up. However many years they're gonna spend.
They will have more content as these characters than the original cast.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which is crazy, but also like it's crazy because we're still actively getting media from the old cast. Like we're still getting theme park stuff with them. You still see their faces everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You still hear the music everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's like that's why the trailer feels so off in a lot of ways, is because like it's not necessarily that it's too soon to reboot Harry Potter. It's just that the original is still so relevant.
Yeah.
It's everywhere still. Also, I couldn't help but notice like there's no theme music really attached to the trailer. Like there's no like iconic score. They just kind of let the trailer go without one.
Are they not going to keep the theme from?
No,
the
Hans
movie?
Zimmer is doing the score of the show, which is still like he's legendary. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but like it's like it was a little bit off-putting not hearing the theme.
I had never considered that the music could change because that was an iconic part of the original series of movies.
It will change.
Huh. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
it'd be like doing a Hunger Games TV show and you can't do the whistle.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And the whistle is such an important part of it.
Do you think Harry Potter, the live action reboot, do you think the reboot of Harry Potter would have been better received if it was an animated TV show?
That's a tough question because I think that animation isn't doing as well as it used to. Like with the kids, what they're doing now is instead they're remaking old animated stuff into live action stuff.
Right, but it is Harry Potter still.
Yeah. So what do you mean? So
I think it's one of those mediums that it would have been very successful as an animated project still.
I don't think it would have been as successful as live. I think probably live action on average is more successful than animated stuff.
But would you have preferred it to be animated?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I would have preferred it one way or the other, to be real with you.
I think I would have heavily, significantly enjoyed Harry Potter, a remake of Harry Potter, more if it was animated.
Why is that?
Just because, I don't know, it'd be completely different. Like it's still like visually it'd be different. It'd be harder to compare it to the originals. Mm-hmm. And it would just be something like I could enjoy because like I always thought like you could do more with animation, you can make it more colorful, you can have more fun with the magic.
You could definitely you could definitely just go wild with the magic. However, I think part of the thing that makes the movies feel so magical is that it's real people in there and magical stuff is happening around them. So you really feel like, whoa, this is magic. Whereas when it's animated, you kind of just feel like, okay, everything's fake. Okay, that makes sense. You can do magic in animation. Everything's fake.
Yeah, but again, though, with the originals being so relevant and out there right now, like still all around us, you don't think like you don't necessarily need that feeling of like, oh, look, they're doing actual magic.
Hold on. You don't think that we need that feeling?
You're saying like it's cool to see them doing the magic in live action.
Yeah.
But with the originals being so relevant as they are still,
Yeah.
you don't think like the animation in an animated series could get away with really not being live action because of that?
Because we already got that feeling from the movies.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's part of what makes Harry Potter so appealing. Is that feeling. Like that's the whole point. Is that people want to go to Hogwarts. They want to be a wizard. You want to be able to put yourself in those characters' shoes.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how long it takes them to make this series.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they said, like it's not. They've already said like it's not realistic for us to be like Harry Potter's going to come out every year. It's probably going to be like every other year. So it's going to take them. It's probably going to be 15 years before the series is done.
Yeah,
which is insane to think about.
Yeah,
like those kids are going to be like pushing 30 by the time they're in the Battle of Hogwarts,
unless they get canceled.
You think the show? I don't think Harry Potter is going to get canceled.
I think if it doesn't do as well as they're expecting it to do, it could be too expensive to make.
I mean,
and especially because it takes so long to make too. I mean, what happens if the hype for it dies down? What happens if 2 seasons in a row don't do as well as they thought it would, and people are like, people just don't want to watch Harry Potter right now?
You know what? If Harry Potter flops, that could be the end of remakes. That could actually be the thing that kills remakes. If Harry Potter flops, because if Harry Potter of all things flops,
and because it is like the #1 IP in the world, basically, they must be spending hundreds of millions of dollars on this TV show.
Yes.
What do you? Okay, I bet
there was a rumor out there that each episode cost over $100 million.
Boom.
But
I mean,
I don't think that
this could be
true.
$1 billion a season.
Yeah, I just don't think that rumor is true. But I do think Harry Potter is going to cost billions by the time it's done.
Yeah, surely.
This December is going to be absolutely crazy, though.
Why? What's going on this?
Okay, December? We get Avengers: Doomsday.
Right.
Dune Part 3.
Ooh, yeah.
Harry Potter now.
Okay.
Narnia. Yeah, we're getting a new Narnia movie.
What?
Greta Gerwig is making a Narnia movie for Netflix. It releases the same day Harry Potter is going to come out. So Netflix and Harry Potter. So it's literally Netflix versus HBO.
Is it a reboot of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or is it?
I think it is.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
it's Greta Gerwig who did the Barbie movie.
Right.
So it's going to be pretty promising. It's going to be an IMAX experience, I think.
Okay.
Which I don't know how that's going to work, considering that Dune and Avengers are also going to be out during that time.
Oh wow, those IMAX theaters are really going to be competing for screen time.
Oh yeah, but also now we're getting Jumanji 3 and Shaun the Sheep.
Jumanji 3.
It's an iconic month for movies.
Oh,
and TV.
The video game one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, with Kevin Hart and The Rock and Jack Black. And,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So big month. And
then what was after Jumanji 3?
Shaun the Sheep.
Oh, like the claymation thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hype.
That's a deep pull.
Let's go.
That's a deep pull.
Yeah. So big month for
December
movies.
is going to be huge.
Oh my
God.
Big. Gonna be so.
And not
so
to
big.
mention, Dune 3 and Doomsday come out on the same day.
Yeah, same day.
Doomsday.
Let's go.
That's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. I don't know how I'm gonna process all that.
Are we doing a double screening?
Yeah, if my baby allows it.
If your baby allows it, bring the baby.
Oh, honestly, yeah. I don't think anyone else would mind.
Okay, but more relevantly, in the more near future,
yes,
we got Super Mario Bros. Galaxy coming out.
Super Mario Bros. Galaxy.
Is it Super Mario Bros. Galaxy or Super Mario Galaxy?
The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
I messed that entirely up.
Yeah,
I completely butchered that title.
Releases next week.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie comes out next week.
Next week, we are seeing it in less than a week. You and I see it next Wednesday, April 1st, and it will not be an April Fool's joke.
You know, I didn't really. I thought the first movie was pretty good, but I didn't love it.
I need to rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it since I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me neither. But I am excited for this one.
What do you think of Fox McCloud being in Super Mario Galaxy? And what do you think about the fact that he's played by Glenn Powell?
First of all, love that.
Great choice.
Love him being in the movie. Love that Glenn Powell is playing him. And I love that they only told us about it. They only told us about it a week before the movie came out. I think that probably is the new marketing strategy, because they will tell us really cool, interesting tidbits about a movie that's coming out, but too far in the future. Like, they'll tell us a month before the movie comes out. And the way the internet works, that becomes the #1 trending topic for a day. And then people forget about it. And then people don't go see the movie.
That's fair.
So I think this probably is the strategy, is to tell us the really interesting thing about it right before the movie comes out. They need to stop pretending like people are pre-ordering tickets.
Do you think
People are not buying their tickets except for you and me, people are not buying their tickets to movies a month before the movie comes out. I think a small percentage of people are doing that.
I think people are buying it for opening night, maybe, but not much beyond that.
Exactly.
But that's us. Like, those are people like us.
Yeah, but then there's a group of people who are like, oh, did you hear Fox is going to be in the new Super Mario Galaxy movie? We should go see that. Oh, it's not out yet.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll talk about it. We'll get tickets later.
Yeah, that's
fair.
fair.
And then they forget and they never do. I talk to a lot of people who aren't film buffs or like movie fanatics about this stuff, and they are excited for movies, but then they never really
care when it comes out,
or they don't have the motivation. Like they procrastinate it. They just there's an initiative missing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think if you need to come out with a game changer cameo right before the release date, and then normal people get hyped for it and then are more likely to buy your ticket.
So do you think this is the big reveal of Super Mario Galaxy, or do you think there's other reveals in the movie?
I think this is a big one.
I think we're going to get Kirby.
Dude.
I think the movie's going to end with Kirby.
So many... They are fully establishing a Nintendo multiverse.
Chris Pratt said that this movie is going to push the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. It's going to happen.
Everything is a cinematic universe now.
It has to
Even
be.
the Mattel games.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out with the Barbie movie, but then they were like, we're going to make a
Monopoly.
Uno movie.
We're going to make Uno.
What?
Yeah.
There aren't even characters in Uno.
I know.
But we're going to have a whole Mattel universe.
Of course.
Everything is a cinematic universe.
Everything. The Drive Movie Podcast is a cinematic universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do a cameo.
We do have another. We had another podcast.
We got to have a crossover.
Yeah, we should. We should have crossovers. But no, I definitely think the Super Mario Galaxy movie is going to set up a Smash Bros. Movie. And I think they're going to announce it at CinemaCon while we're there.
I would love that.
Yeah. Be so good.
That would be so...
I think it's going to happen.
Fucking hype.
I think it's going to happen, and I'm going to lose my mind.
Dude, I love Smash Bros. Too. I spent an ungodly amount of time playing Smash Bros. In college.
I was talking to Dan Botui, and he brought up a good point.
What's that?
And he was like, he thinks Super Mario Galaxy is doing the Thunderbolt strategy, where they're going to reveal the actual name of the movie, because when you look at the trailers, it doesn't feel like Super Mario Galaxy.
Not really.
It's Super Mario Galaxy, it's Super Mario Odyssey, now it's Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
It feels like it's going to be a different movie. Like, it may secretly be a Smash Bros. Movie.
Which is funny, because even just releasing the title, people were hyped for Super Mario Galaxy because people loved that game already.
Yeah, it didn't need to be something else.
It didn't need to be something
But
else.
I kind of love what it's forming into.
I know. It
Go ahead.
really is turning into a multiverse movie, isn't it?
It really is. I'm so there for it.
It was Super Mario Galaxy, and then they introduced that Yoshi was going to be in it.
Yeah.
People were hyped for that, and now they're announcing that that Fox is going to be in it.
Yeah, there's also the Pikmin. The Pitmen are in it.
Pikmin are in it.
Pikmin are in it.
It's fully a Nintendo crossover movie at this point.
100%.
Dude.
So that's why I think the movie could end with Kirby. I think the movie could also end with Link.
Do you think that... And there's going to be a Legend of Zelda movie.
Right, but I don't think, like...
It's not the same universe?
No, I think there could be a live-action Legend of Zelda movie, but Illumination could still do, like, a Link movie.
Right, that makes sense.
Like, or a Link... Illumination could still have Link.
Do you think that they're going to get the rights for Pokemon? Because Pokemon do their own movies and stuff, and their own video games, and their own...
I mean, Nintendo has... The ball's in Nintendo's court. Like, they could do it, and Nintendo is making... I brought this up a while ago on my Big Screen Berkan page. Nintendo is actively doing things with Universal, who owns Illumination, right? They're actively adding things to their park, including adding more Pokemon presents. So yeah, they 100% are giving Universal the keys to do some Pokemon stuff. Could you imagine if freaking Pikachu pops up in this movie?
Not at all. I couldn't imagine in the slightest. Because so many Smash Bros. Characters are Pokemon.
Yeah.
So if you start having a Smash Bros. Universe, you're gonna have to throw some Pokemon in there.
My one thing is, I think Illumination is going to sneak in the minions.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't think that'd be bad. I think the minions could actually work in Smash.
I think if they're a cameo, it'd be like fine. But I don't want the minions to be a big part of the movie.
I don't think they'd be a big part, but I think they could be in it.
Okay.
Like I think they would
for like maybe 10 seconds.
I think they could. I think they could actually be usable in Smash. Minions got some,
but they're not in the game. They're not in the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I think they're gonna try to put them in. Like I wouldn't be surprised
Put them in the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the next Smash game,
there
will be minions.
Yeah, but they haven't even
because they would be in the movie.
They haven't announced the next.
But
Smash
here's the
game
thing, though. They will. So in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, they introduced like Donkey Kong. He was a big part of it.
Right.
They announced a new Donkey Kong movie. Today, as we're recording, there's reportedly a Fox game being made. Right after, and that news breaks right after they announce he's going to be in the movie.
So a lot of times so what you're saying is that we have precedent for them putting something in a Mario movie and then later announcing a new piece of media starring that character that they put in the movie.
Do you know why they're making the How to Train Your Dragon movies?
Why?
Why Universal is making the How to Train Your Dragon movies?
Why?
Because of the How to Train Your Dragon land in Epic Universe.
Interesting.
Like, so Universal is known to do this.
Not vice versa.
No.
Not they came out with a new movie and then they're going, hey, by the way, if you liked the movie, there's a new land at Universal. They make the new land and then they go, by the way, there's going to be a movie about this land.
Essentially, it's both ways.
So they're okay.
But yeah, so I wouldn't be so again.
So
if this movie is becoming very Smash heavy,
right,
they're 100% going to announce a Smash game.
They could say, by the way, that movie that you just watched, we're making a game.
Yes,
because the Smash 2 has been out for a minute. Not the Smash 2.
Smash Bros.
No. The Switch 2 has been out for a minute now, and I haven't gotten it yet because I'm just waiting for them to announce the
There's
next
no
Smash
game. Yeah, there's no game that's like I need to Switch 2 for this.
Right, and they have announced some cool games for it. Like
I want to play Pokemon.
Poketopia.
Yeah, that crushed me when I found out that we couldn't play that game.
Right, I know that people really like the Donkey Kong game that was only for Switch 2, but really the only game that for me would incentivize me to go get a Switch 2 is
Smash.
a new Smash.
Yeah,
move. A new Smash game.
I'd agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's fancy draft Smash characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna see who can draft the best Smash team.
Okay.
5.
And this isn't just for like the Smash game, right? This is character lore strength, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I mean, if you pick a character that has a better moveset than mine, if my character lore wise is stronger, that character's gonna win, right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay, because then we might as well just play the game.
I'm just gonna put out 5 characters that I think would be your 5 characters.
In the game or like in universe?
In both. Rock, paper, scissors, me.
Whatever. You're going to lose.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, you get first pick, then I get the next
First
two.
pick, Sephiroth.
Sephiroth? Okay.
Do you even know who that is?
Yes.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me.
Okay.
That is the best pick in the... You're going to lose. You could pick 5 characters and they're all going to lose to my one pick. You've already lost to Sephiroth.
Okay, well, let's just keep this going, shall we?
Okay.
I'm picking Steve.
Steve is a really good choice for the game. Lore-wise, I don't know. He doesn't have very much lore.
Minecraft is an empty canvas. I can make Lord Steve.
Okay.
That's the point of Minecraft.
That's fine. I mean, people have power scaled him, and they've said because he can carry like 32 stacks of like 64 cubic meters of pure stone, like he's one of the strongest characters in existence. Like that's like thousands of metric tons or whatever.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? So maybe not a bad pick lore-wise if you do the math.
All right, so I get another pick.
Okay.
I'm going to pick a character that I like to play as Ike.
Okay. I don't think that's a great pick lore-wise.
Okay, it's a character that I like.
Okay.
I'm paying homage to myself.
I'm going to pick Kirby.
Is Kirby a good character?
He's basically a god in the Kirby franchise. He's like the god of all things sweet and nice or something like that.
Okay, but like in game, is he a good character?
He's the eater.
He just swallows
the
things.
devourer.
He swallows things and then spits it. He doesn't even swallow.
In the game,
he spits it out.
In the game, I mean, it depends. If you're in the competitive scene, Kirby's not good. But if you're in the casual scene, Kirby's like one of the top picks. I mean, when people first start the game, they grab Kirby because
I've never picked Kirby in my life.
Oh, and that's why you always lose.
Did we just establish that it's not that great in game?
Who?
You.
Oh, not in the competitive scene, but in the casual scene, number 1 pick I think is Kirby.
All right. Well, okay, so you get one more pick.
Okay, I picked Kirby, and then this is my main, and also probably a good lore pick. I'm picking Mewtwo.
Oh, that's a good pick.
You know, I love Mewtwo in both senses.
Okay, I'm picking Dark Samus. Samus.
What?
Did I say
you don't
Samus?
even know what you're doing.
Okay, I'm picking Dark Samus.
You're LARPing right now. You're LARPing so hard.
Oh
my god, LARPer.
Why can't I pick Dark Samus?
The levels of LARP are crazy.
And then I'm taking Pikachu.
Pikachu?
I like Pikachu.
He's good in the game. I
think he's good.
Why? Okay.
Out of the gate, I picked Steve.
Okay.
So come on.
Okay. Okay.
Who would pick Steve if they don't have any idea what they're talking about?
Let me think real quick. Okay. I have basically two gods on there, and then a legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's get a good fighter in there, maybe. Should I pick Captain Falcon? No. Ganon. I'm picking Ganondorf.
Okay.
I'm picking Ganondorf.
Okay, so that's 4 for you? That's 5.
That's
No,
4. That's
okay,
4.
so you got one more.
Oh. I'll pick Ganondorf. And
Don't take my pick.
why not? I'll also pick Zelda.
Okay, good pick. My last pick, I'm taking Rob.
Rob, I think your picks are pretty good for the game.
Just not great lore-wise.
Not great lore-wise. Rob has 0 lore. I think he was a toy. I think he was a Nintendo toy. But in the casual scene, Rob's side B is pretty tough to get around.
Also,
Again, competitive scene, not great.
Also, supposedly in Super Mario Galaxy, by the way.
Rob?
Yeah,
dude, it's actually a Super Smash Bros. Movie.
So hyped.
Okay, so let's go back over our picks. I picked Ganondorf, Zelda, Sephiroth, Kirby, and Mewtwo.
Okay, I picked Steve, Rob, Dark Samus, Pikachu, and then Ike.
Who won lore-wise?
And who won game-wise?
Who won game-wise?
Yeah.
Who won lore-wise? And who won game-wise?
Yeah. All right. Should we end this off with a little bit of One Piece?
A little bit of One Piece update for you.
So here's the deal with One Piece. I just want to clear some things up. Let you guys know, not clear the air, like give you guys a little bit of structure.
Right.
So we're kind of in the middle. We finished a Little Garden.
Yes.
So now the next arc kind of expands to, I think, from like 77 to like 90.
Right. We're kind of beginning this whole
the Little Drum
Little Drum, the Winter Island arc.
Right. So it's a pretty big arc.
Right, but we just started on it, so we figure we might as well
watch the whole arc.
Watch that arc and then cover it next week.
Yeah.
However, Little Garden ended. I honestly was not a huge fan of this arc. I liked the ending, actually. I liked the last maybe 2 episodes. I liked it when Mr. 3 got his wax mech suit. That's when the fight actually got interesting to me. Because the rest of the fight was literally them just waiting around and nothing happening.
Yes.
The rest of the crew is slowly being encapsulated in wax. So we're just watching them slowly die and nothing's actually happening. Luffy had a quick fight with Mr. 3. But like not very exciting. And then Miss Golden Week was just painting on Luffy and making him not do anything.
Yes.
Usopp was running away from Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine. Like literally on all fronts, nothing was happening for a long time, and we were watching it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're literally watching paint dry right now. Literally.
Yeah.
And so,
it was just
we're watching wax melt and paint dry.
It was 2-3 episodes too long.
Yeah.
Or 2-3 episodes too middled.
Right.
If that makes
Very
sense.
mid. But then Mr. 3 got his mech suit, and I thought, here we go.
Yeah.
Now something's happening. Dory, I'm glad that Dory actually made. I thought Dory was fucking dead.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that he survived. I love their bromance, honestly. Broggy and Dory.
See, that's why I was like, which one of us is which?
Right. I do have a quick question though. At the end of Little Garden, Dory and Broggy send out like an energy beam to destroy the Island Eater. And my question is that if they don't have devil fruit powers, if they're basically normal dudes, just giants, how are they doing these Kamehameha waves?
Do you want the people to tell you?
No.
Okay.
Don't tell me. But, I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? At the end of Little Garden, they literally just like raise up their swords. They kind of gather their ki Dragon Ball Z style. And then they shoot an energy beam, and it breaks a hole through the goldfish Island Eater. And the thing is, you might be able to say, oh, they just hit the water so hard that there was a shockwave or something like that. But they're literally gathering energy, and it's a color. They have an aura about them. You know, Broggy's red, Dory's blue. So that's not just them like hitting, like making a shockwave. That's some Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha wave shit. And so I don't understand how they're doing that. If it's not a devil fruit power, they're just normal dudes. Basically, they're just big.
Yeah.
So, maybe there's an explanation. Maybe there is an explanation for that, or maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it.
Well, I know you have some One Piece theories that you want to talk about, but before we get into that, I do want to finish my structure thought.
Okay.
So something that you guys can look forward to is the reason why we've kind of slowed down a little bit on the One Piece thing is because we're about to hit 100 episodes of One Piece.
Yep.
And we specifically wanted to hit that during CinemaCon
because we'll hit that when we're hanging out with Danbo Tui,
who's a big reason why we're in watching One Piece.
Right, big motivator there.
Yeah. So it's like I wanted us to be able to do that all together.
That'd be really special. I mean, if you remember, I was the guy who had said, like, no one's got time to watch all of One Piece.
Yeah.
Dambo sent in, like, a
rant.
5-minute rant that was double speed. So he was ranting for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we played the whole thing on the podcast episode.
Yeah.
And that was the same episode that I issued my challenge.
Yeah.
To watch the whole
One Piece.
the whole series.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the reason.
Yeah, it just feels right that we're doing it this way. And then Michael and Dan are gonna sleep together all week too. So really bury the hatchet there.
Absolutely.
And
I'll be burying my hatchet deep. All right.
But so we're gonna have a special One Piece episode celebrating 100 episodes of One Piece in a couple weeks at CinemaCon.
Right.
But yeah, so you have some theories.
I do have a theory. So the more I started thinking about the fact that I think Shanks is one of the 7 warlords of the sea, I started thinking about some other characters that we've seen that I think are really strong, but we don't know a lot about their backstory. And the guy that mainly comes to mind is Dragon. There's this hooded character at the end of Logetown,
right,
who shows up, summons a massive storm out of nowhere,
saves Luffy with lightning.
My theory is that he saves Luffy with lightning. It's a little unclear if it was a coincidence. I think it was. I think I said that on this podcast, that I think he was the reason why Buggy got struck by lightning right before he killed Luffy.
Yes.
So potentially did that, summoned this huge storm with gusts of wind that like separated Luffy from Captain Smoker and allowed everyone to escape and yada yada yada. The whole Marine Force was after him, and he seemed to get away scot-free without a scratch. I think he's probably one of the 7 warlords of the sea too, and we know nothing about him.
You have a lot of theories on the 7 warlords
because there's 7 of them. There's 7 of them, and the only one that we know for sure is one of them is Mihawk.
So we think, okay, so right now, currently, we think Mihawk, Shanks, and Dragon.
Right, and we know Crocodile is one.
And Crocodile.
So that leaves... And Arlong, I think, was a little bit...
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Okay, because there was a line that's like, he's equivalent to one of them.
Yes.
So I was like, I wasn't sure if I was like, is he one, or is he just... Are they just saying he's on that level?
Right.
So we only really know about 2 of them. I have a theory about the other 2. But then that still leaves 3 more characters that have yet to be introduced. That is, I mean, because surely we're going to find out who all of them are.
Yeah.
Right? So my theory is that they're not just going to say, okay, we know 2 of them, now here's 5 more. I think they've been planting seeds. I think they've kind of been foreshadowing with these characters. And so right now I think it's Mihawk, Shanks, Dragon, and Crocodile.
How would you feel if the 7 warlords of the sea meant nothing to the One Piece story?
What do you mean?
Like, what if it's not really a big deal at all? Like, what are those just titles in the story? Like, they don't really have that much to do with anything. They're just powerful. That's just an excuse for them to be powerful.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're government-authorized pirates. That was their whole thing.
Right, but do you want them to actually contribute to, like, the main story of One Piece? Like, be like, maybe they're also secretly after the One Piece or something?
Aren't they already contributing to the story of the One Piece?
But, like, do you want them to be an antagonist to Luffy?
I mean, one of them's already an antagonist to Zoro. Mihawk is already...
But he's not really, like, an it's more of, like, a mentor thing. Like, he wants Zoro to beat him.
Yes, but he's the motivation because he's antagonizing Zoro.
But do you want the warlords to also be after the One Piece? Or do you want them to be protecting the One Piece? So, like, it's like a Pokemon trainer battle thing where he has to beat they actually have the One Piece, and Luffy has to beat all 7 warlords to get the One Piece.
I think everyone, given the chance, wants the One Piece. That's the whole point of the whole pirate revolution.
Right.
That's the whole reason everyone went to the Grand Line. The reason why we're in the Great Pirate Age is because Gold Roger said, the One Piece is out there, go get it. So yeah, I think that if a hint about the One Piece pops up, everyone's going to be on it like that.
Is it possible that Gold D Roger is actually in charge of the warlords? Like, he's above them.
Isn't he dead?
Okay, was in charge, and his last wish was, okay, I'm giving you the One Piece. You guys actually have to protect the One Piece.
I don't think that's what happened.
But what if it is? But I'm saying, like,
that's a fan theory. I don't think that that's the case, because I don't think Gold Roger was in cahoots with the Marines. I don't think the Marines were his fans.
But
they killed him. They executed him.
The 7 Lords, they're in cahoots with the Marines, but do they actually always listen to the Marines? No.
No, that is interesting.
It could just be like a flare gun,
right, because
smoke screen.
I mean, this is a little bit into this new arc, but it's like it doesn't really have to do with the Winter Island, so I'll talk about it, right? But like there is that one scene where Smoker is hunting Crocodile essentially. Smoker is
Right.
actually out there and he's looking for Mr. Zero, aka Crocodile, who is one of the seven warlords of the sea. So something I was wondering is that wait, if he's a Marine and these seven warlords of the sea are in cahoots with the Marines, they're basically like if you want to think about them as undercover cops or something, you know, someone who's on both sides, right? They're government sanctioned pirates. Then it's like Captain Smoker is kind of being a rogue cop right now.
Yeah.
He's kind of taken down these guys who have amnesty, but he's like, they shouldn't be doing that. You know, his morals mean more to him than that. So it is kind of interesting that Marines they kind of are a gray area because some are good guys and those good guys don't need to follow the rules. And then some are bad guys, even if they are following the rules, like that one guy who was taking bribes from Arlong. And the whole reason why Luffy even has a bounty in the first place.
Government officials being corrupt. Gee, what a concept.
What an interesting, unique, original idea.
Who would have thought?
Only fiction.
Really. Only fiction. Only in anime.
You can only get away with that in fiction.
Yeah, not in real life at all.
Right.
Not even like in Daredevil, Born Again season 2. Have you seen first season of Daredevil?
No.
Oh,
I have not.
Oh man. Okay, we can't talk about Daredevil then.
I know.
I will say this: Daredevil Born Again, I think, is on pace to be the greatest MCU TV show. Season 2 is starting off with a bang. I really like the first 2 episodes. We got 6 more coming. I love Daredevil. I wish you also enjoyed Daredevil.
I heard great things about Mr. Wonderful. Was that the name of the show?
Wonder Man.
I haven't seen it.
Wonder Man actually is my number 2. Wonder Man just got renewed for a second season, which is great news. It actually could be the best show the MCU has done. You would love the Wonder Man.
Okay.
You would love Wonder Man. Like, you heavily would mess around with Wonder Man.
Okay, I'm just a little bit off my MCU grind right now, so I would need to kind of catch up on things. How much do I need to know before watching Wonder Man? What's my MCU homework to watch Wonder Man?
Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Because you just need to know Trevor.
Right, who was also in Iron Man 3, but like a long time ago.
And that's literally all you need.
Okay, interesting. I didn't think that Trevor was going to be a character who ever came back. I'll be real with you.
Watch Wonder Man.
When he came back in Shang-Chi, I was like, this is a deep pull. And now he's in Wonder Man 2?
Yeah, watch Wonder Man.
Which is apparently a really good MCU show.
It's the best
number
MCU.
2, you're saying?
I think it is number 2. And that was before I thought we could get a second season. Now that I know we're getting a second season, I'm really excited about it. Watch Wonder Man.
Okay.
So good. So good. Destin Destin Daniel Creighton. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. He did Shang-Chi. He did Wonder Man. And he did Spider-Man Brand New Day. He's cooking.
Oh.
That man can cook.
Damn, I am hyped for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
You should be. Before we end things off,
Mhm.
unless do you have anything else, One Piece?
No, I don't think so. I'm
Okay.
trying to think if I thought anyone else was a 7 Warlord of the Sea, but I don't think so.
Well, One Piece. Before we end things, happy 1 year of the Driving Movie Podcast.
It's officially been 1 year.
1 year of the
Of the
Driving Movie
Dimp.
Podcast. Of the Dimp. We love our Dimps. Thank you guys so much for supporting us in this first year, watching the episodes, following along.
It's been so much fun.
We've loved every second of it. We can't wait to do more. So thank you guys so
Absolutely.
much.
We'll see you guys next week. Follow us on socials at the Drive-In Movie Pod. Sign up for the Patreon if you want to watch me
Watch One Piece.
watch One Piece. Subscribe on the YouTube. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Comment anywhere.
Yeah, please do.
Spotify.
Don't be afraid to DM us your hot
Yeah.
takes too. We'll read them.
Guess what? You can comment on Spotify and you can leave reviews on Apple Podcasts.
It's
with,
crazy how that
written
works.
reviews. Yeah.
It's crazy.
You can comment on the YouTube videos, all of our social media pages.
Yeah, please do. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for driving in.